Hey, what's up guys? Soldier Knows Best there. So I've been using the Galaxy Fold for the last couple of days, and one of the questions I've been getting asked the most is about the crease that goes right down the middle of the main display. So when you do unfold this phone and you're presented with this big, beautiful 7.3-inch display, you're going to see that crease. And this isn't something isolated to just a few of the Galaxy Folds that are being shipped out. Every single Galaxy Fold will have a crease going down the middle of the display. But one of the big questions, or should I say $1,000,000 question, or actually $2,000 question, is whether or not this crease is going to be distracting when you're using the phone. Now for me personally, I have to say that this is not the case, because when I'm directly looking at the phone, like I have it straight in front of me, I don't really see the crease that often. It's really when I start to move the phone around or change the angle of it, it starts to catch the light around me, whether it's a natural light or the artificial lights in this room, and it starts to reflect the glare off of the crease, and that's when I see it more. So I'm gonna give you an example of that. So I'm gonna hold this phone directly in front of you, just like you were used the phone, just like if I'm using it, and you can see that I'm not saying that the crease goes away 100%, but it's not as noticeable as when I start to move the phone around, and you can see it start to show some of the light sources, and you can really see that crease more. But now move it back to the middle, you can't really see it that much. So one of the things I've tried to do to try to mitigate this is to actually change my wallpaper and to change it to something that's a little bit busier. And I'm gonna go in here and pick a picture that I took out in New York recently. Not the best picture, but has a lot of stuff going on in it. And I'm gonna set that as my wallpaper. And so now you'll be able to see that it helps out a little bit. You know, again, it doesn't completely get rid of it, but when you're looking at it straight on, you know, it's not that bad. When you start to angle it and move it around, you can still see it, but I think it helps out a little bit with that as well. But for right now, it is just something that with this type of technology with the crease, it's something that we're gonna have to stick with. And I would be more critical of Samsung about this crease if they were the only people making a foldable phone that had a crease in it, but that's just not the case. Because if you look at the upcoming Huawei Mate X, a lot of the hands-on videos are talking about that does have a crease and some wrinkles going down the middle of that phone too. But for right now, it does look like we're going to have to deal with this with the first batch of foldable phones that are being released to the public. And I understand people's concern about it because it is a $2,000 phone. That is a big investment. But I think that if you're paying that much for a phone, you're going to be doing a little bit of research on it, and you should know that there's going to be a crease on that phone. So it shouldn't be, something that surprises people when they finally get their Galaxy Folds. And so I kind of want to put this in the same category as the smartphone notch, where you see the notch, but you also don't see it. Like over time, as you start to use the phone more and more, that notch kind of just fades away in the background. And that's similar with this crease, even though the crease does have one extra element, and that's because it's physical, because you can actually feel it when you rub your finger across the middle of it. It just feels like a soft little dip in the screen. It's not distracting. It doesn't cause me to accidentally open up applications or do something on the screen, but it's just something that reminds you that, yeah, there is a crease there. And so hopefully this doesn't turn into something like CreaseGate or anything like that. But I just know that a lot of people spend a lot of money on it, and when you're spending that much money on it, all these little things start to add up and you really start to pay attention to them. But I can say, just from my personal experience, it's not that bad when you're looking directly on it, but it is there. So hopefully by the next Galaxy Fold 2, or maybe in a few years when they figure things out, we don't have the crease. But for right now, if you want this kind of new technology, this big, beautiful display, no matter where you are, you're gonna have to deal with the crease. And I think most people will be fine with it, but ultimately that's gonna be up to you. So anyway, I wanna hear what you think about this phone and the crease. Leave your comment down below. And also be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on all my social media networks. Those links are down below as well. But like always, I do wanna thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.